So today was a little bit of an irritating day. Hey guys, and welcome back to my vlog. It is your real anime sensei, and we are going along on Sensei's journey. And today I spent the majority of my day laid out with a migraine. I have them pretty consistently. I get one every few weeks at least. More so if I don't watch my diet. I can't have any dairy, anything that has casein in it, because casein will absolutely trigger one. To my knowledge, I didn't eat anything with casein in it, but you never know what's in stuff sometimes. So I was laid out for the majority of that today, so I didn't get to train, so that's irritating. And I could work out right now, but I've still got this lingering feeling right here that if I start moving around a whole lot, it's probably gonna come back. So my best bet for today is to try to rest and let it go, so that tomorrow I can start fresh. So I'll probably collapse some of the stuff that I was going to do today into tomorrow, and hopefully not die. So somebody asked a question on a comment, I believe, and they were asking about gaining weight. And I know a few people who have really high metabolisms, like 5,000 calories a day, and they're still rail. So I mean, I get that. That's very frustrating. That, you know, for somebody who wants to get bigger and wants to get stronger, that's as much of a frustrating thing as somebody who literally can't lose any weight because of like a thyroid issue. So I get it. That's very frustrating. Some tips that I have for you guys if you are trying to gain weight, and you are one of these people that has a serious issue with being unable to do so, is, first off, if you're trying to get big, avoid cardio. Just lift. Just do your lifting, because any additional cardio stuff is going to be, nasty gains killing monsters. If you want to do something for your heart and whatnot, walking is good, and then do some stuff like some sprints or some short intervals. Nothing that's going to send, want to spend 30 or 40 minutes running on a treadmill or doing whatever, because your metabolism is already crazy. It's going to eat right through all the food that you had. So if you are looking to put on weight as one of those people, then try to eat as many calorically dense foods as possible. If you're not allergic to peanuts, peanut butter is fantastic at this. You may want to get a supplement that is a weight gainer, something specifically designed as a powder to be a boatload of calories. And those are typically pretty thick and whatnot, but if you eat a big meal with calorically dense foods and you drink a weight gainer on the side, you can easily get 2,000 calories in a meal like that. Not a big deal. Try to figure out where you're going to have to just like a person trying to lose weight, you're going to have to keep track of how many calories you're eating. Because if you don't know that, you don't really know where you're going. Because you might have a day where you eat 4,000 calories, and then a day where you eat 6,000 calories, and then a day where you only eat 2,000 calories. And you may wonder, I know I'm eating a bunch of food, but I'm not gaining any weight. Well, if you don't keep track of it, then you really don't know how much food you're eating. So if you can just do your best to keep track of that stuff, try to keep track of much as you can. And then if you gain weight during a couple of weeks, then keep doing what you're doing. The moment that you stop gaining weight, that means you need to eat more. And so, obviously you don't just want to eat, random stuff. You want to eat good food. You want to make sure that you've got a high protein count. You want to make sure you're getting your carb sources from good things like brown rice and sweet potatoes and other stuff like that. Your fats want to be healthy fats. Don't, pour bacon grease down your throat. That's not going to end well. There are plenty of foods that you can eat to try to increase your caloric intake, And it's just going to take a lot of consistent effort. Now, if you are one of these people, like I believe the person who made the comment is, that is trying to gain weight, but is also in something like the military, or trying to get into the military, that requires you to do a fair amount of cardio, you're really just going to have to be really, really, really strict about your diet and frequently eating as much as you possibly can. And then you're going to feel like you're going to die some days because of the amount of food that you're eating. And I know that they're going to want to make you, run and do PT and do all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But it might be one of those things where you just have to buckle down and eat more, or if you're able to train yourself and not necessarily have to go out and hump it with your team, then maybe you can take a shorter route and do some just interval work to this, so you're not spending so much time out there just burning massive amounts of calories. It's just a hard road to go down if you are a person who has a high metabolism like that. And you guys struggle in ways that the rest of us can't even imagine. So do your best. Like I said, focus on lifting, focus on eating a lot of food, Try to avoid lean meats because you're trying to go for calorically dense. So I mean, like the red meat stuff, anything that's got fat on it, fatty fish, nuts, seeds. Avocados are a good source of fat, so that you can add that to something and then have a really quick way to add those calories into your diet. And a weight gainer. I mean, that's the simplest way to add additional calories to your diet, is just a good old-fashioned weight gainer. If you have any more specific questions about your specific issue, you're welcome to leave a comment. Shoot us an email. I'll try to get to you as quickly as I can. I know I've got a lot of stuff going on all the time, but I try to answer you guys' questions as much as I can. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and hopefully I told you something that you didn't already know. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for listening to this, and until next time, good luck and train hard.